First year at 5 o'clock, breaking news. This video just into our newsroom. Police chasing a suspect wanted in the shootings of a Shorewood police officer and 2 others. The chase covering several communities.
Ring video captured the sound of gunfire early this morning in Shorewood as officers responded to a call of a double shooting. The gunman opened fire on them. The officer hit is recovering at this hour.
And we do know 2 people are dead, including a 34-year-old woman and the possible suspect.
So on the left side of your screen, you can see the bullet hole in the windshield of the Shorewood officer's car. He was inside the squad car when he was shot. Investigators crediting his vest for saving his life. On the right, the aftermath of the shootout involving the suspect.
On News Chopper 12 giving us an exclusive look from the air of both of those scenes. The SWAT team surrounding a property right near Bartlett and Kenmore in Shorewood. That is where the initial call for a shooting originated. And on the right side of your screen, police on the scene of the shootout involving the suspect at Beller Phillips and Reservoir in Milwaukee. We have a team of reporters covering this breaking story tonight.
Yeah, we begin with 12 News, Hannah Hilliard. Hannah, what are you seeing at the side of the shootout in the Hall Yard parking neighborhood right now?
Yeah, Blake and Deanna, it appears that at least the on-site investigation is winding down here near 4th and Reservoir. We just saw another tow truck, the third one, arrive here on scene to tow yet another vehicle away. It appears they're going to be taking a Glendale squad car where we saw some windshield damage away from this scene. Witnesses out here describe the morning situation as pure chaos, a chase, a crash, and then gunfire, leaving one person dead.
This is Glendale Police in pursuit. Black Mercedes shooting vehicle from Shorewood.
Cell phone video capturing part of the chase. A black car spotted driving erratically through the streets of Milwaukee. An officer even slamming into a light pole.
He's up still all over the road. He's got multiple flat tires, extensive damage coming up to Reservoir.
I seen one car coming down the street and then at least 20 cars chasing it behind it, and then it ended up stopping over here on Reservoir and Bell Phillips.
The car crashed near the Brewers Hill neighborhood.
They've been going crazy in Milwaukee. Plenty of stuff been happening every day, like every day, like everything, like especially plenty of stuff with shooting with officers too. Like people are shooting at officers a lot. It's been crazy. People been getting, KILL. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of stuff been going on.
With officers right on its tail. Witnesses say that's when the gunfire started.
All I heard was a bunch of, like, a pop, pop, pop over and over again.
How many do you think?
6, 7. It was a barrage of them.
Yeah.
Barrage of them just nonstop. So that was alarming because that doesn't happen here.
Nicole Gross took some video of the scene from a nearby home. While on lockdown Thursday, she described over the phone what she saw.
Police had their guns drawn. So we were kind of trying not to be so much, in the windows and things like that because, bullets have no name on it. It wasn't until they pulled the body out of the car that we knew that the person inside was unfortunately deceased.
News Chopper 12 over the scene as police pulled the person out of the black car, showing bullet holes in the windshields of both the fleeing vehicle and a nearby Glendale squad car.
It's just so sad, and it breaks my heart every day.
Just so devastating, Hannah, to see this unfold in our neighborhood. What do we know about the person who is dead?
Well, it appears that person is a man, Deanna, but that is only based on what we saw on News Chopper 12. We've been calling around to...
Boy, they've been shooting at cops. Like, man, it's been crazy. See, this dude, they shot at the cop. And look what happened. Because now, it's about, it's going to get worse. Or worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, the cops are about to start shooting first.
Different agencies all day to try and figure out who is in charge of the investigation here at 4.
Even though they ain't shoot first, if you shoot it, you miss. Man, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
4th and Reservoir just within the last half hour. We've learned that is the Oak Creek Police Department that will be taking over this case as the Milwaukee area investigative team. Now, we do have a call into Oak Creek Police, but we're still waiting to hear back.
And of course, we will continue to ask those questions. Hannah Hilliard reporting live for us tonight at 5. Thanks, Hannah.
Breaking news at 7:30 out of Shorewood, where a shelter in place has just been lifted following an overnight shooting involving 3 people, including a police officer.
And this morning, we have an encouraging update. We know that police officer has been released from the hospital. Fox 6's Bowen Kudrovich is joining us now live from the scene with what's going on there. It seems as though, Bowen, that they're kind of changing around where that police tape is. This area here that's closed off is getting smaller.
Hi, yeah, good morning, guys. Yeah, it's really been an intense situation all throughout this morning here. And yeah, we just had some new fresh tape here put up here along the blocking off North Bartlett Street. And we have some new cars here also parked off, kind of blocking our view a little bit from where this crime scene took place. Now, like you said, this a shelter in place for neighbors has been lifted just for some time. The neighbors had an alert to shelter in place as a tactical situation was ongoing here. Now it has been lifted. So as people start waking up now during this 7:30 time and starting to get ready for work, we're going to try to talk to some neighbors and see if they heard anything about the overnight shooting here. Now we did speak with the Shorewood police chief just moments ago, and she says no suspect has been arrested, but they say they know who the person is. Now, multiple agencies are on the hunt for the suspect, but the Shorewood police chief says that they have no leads on the suspect yet.
On which suspect? So somebody got shot at nighttime.
Now, the next step is going to be
incredibly brave men and women doing this job, responding to dangerous situations like this. And, you know, my heart goes out to them, and I'm so incredibly grateful for the work that they do. My heart goes out to the victims of this shooting as well, and this senseless violence in our community and all communities across Milwaukee County.
And now a detective arrived on scene just moments ago, and the next step is going to be to gather evidence from this crime scene and see if there's any items that they can grab that can help lead them to the suspect. We know the shooting took place just before 3 a.m. this morning, and on arrival, an officer squad car took 3 shots to it, and one officer was shot during it, but thankfully his life-saving vest helped him power through those injuries where he was released from the hospital this morning. We do know that there's 2 other people that were involved in the shooting, that they were injured as well. The police chief would not comment on their conditions or their relations to the suspect. The police chief also adds that she does not believe that this was a random act of violence. And as we learn more, we will give it to you as it comes. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Bowen.
And the attacks against our officers has got to stop.
Breaking news here at 6 o'clock as we start our newscast here. As you hear there from a very impassioned and a very emotional police chief there in Shorewood talking about the shooting that happened there early this morning. She has been saying very, very outspoken about exactly what happened there. And so we're going to pick the story up there. 2 people dead. And at Shorewood, a police officer recovering after being shot. This happened really early this morning.
Yeah, but law enforcement sources tell us the entire ordeal began at one scene in Shorewood, ended at a separate scene in Milwaukee. Jason Calvi is live at 6th and Reservoir for us tonight in Milwaukee, where it all ended.
Sam, police tell us there was a chase. It was actually 5 miles long, and it all ended right here in Milwaukee with a shootout. Police were searching for a shooter in Shorewood. The person who shot 2 people, killing 1, a responding Shorewood police officer, was also shot. It happened at Bartlett and Wood. That's just a few blocks from Capitol. Federal agents and the SWAT team and armored truck and local police were helping search, even going into one building. Glendale police say a chase started in Glendale and ended here in Milwaukee at Reservoir near 6th. We saw a black Mercedes with what looks like bullet holes in a passenger window, and then in front of it, a police car also with what looks like bullet holes in the front windshield. The medical examiner's office tells us one person died here in Milwaukee. Multiple law enforcement sources say both the Shorewood and Milwaukee scenes are related. Here's the Shorewood police chief.
I just want to state how incredibly challenging a situation like this is, given the circumstances that Milwaukee is facing. Excuse me. And the risks that our officers are facing doing their job every single day. The inherent
I kind of got mixed up. Almost thought that I was watching a different video. The video I played at first, it showed the Mercedes. The cops trying to chase down the Mercedes and crash to them and all type of stuff. And then they got to talk about the story. But it's crazy that I didn't know that somebody got shot. I know the person in the car got shot, so I guess somebody got shot and led up to the chase and led up to that. Wow.
risks that
I think I got another video coming up with the crash right after this.
face and the attacks that they're under.
I mean, with the chase and everything.
And today's incident happens just days after a Milwaukee police officer, Kendall Corder, was shot and killed in the line of duty. The Shorewood police chief says today the Shorewood police officer was shot and saved. The life was saved because that officer was wearing a bulletproof vest.
Oh, yeah, they
Live
did
here in
say
Milwaukee.
that.
Jason Calvi, Fox 6 News.
Jason, thanks.
Wow.
Let's go ahead and get to some breaking news. An officer shot responding to an early morning shooting in Shorewood.
One person died, another was injured. Police saying that officer was saved by his protective vest.
This is Glendale Police in pursuit. Black Mercedes shooting vehicle from Shorewood. Shooting off the rear window. Back off a little bit.
Hours later, police chasing after the suspected gunman. The chase eventually coming to an end at Beller Phillips and Reservoir, right near Milwaukee's Brewers Hill neighborhood. The two scenes are about 3 miles apart.
12 News.
I really want to see who did that. Because if there's some young YNs or something, they going out crazy nowadays. They doing it like that. Always you just gonna end your life like that? Like just done is, oh my God, y'all. Oh my God.
Nick Bohr is live where it all began near Bartlett and Kenmore and Shorewood. And Nick, we know this started with a shoot.
It's not worth it. You can just put, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You could just, it's not worth it. People is, wow.
That did prove to be fatal.
Wow.
Right, police telling us 2 people were shot just up the block here. You can still see it is an active investigation. We've learned one of the people shot, a 34-year-old woman, died. Now, as police arrived here on the scene, they encountered the gunman at the end of this street here, 1 block down. He was at Newhall and Kenmore, where he opened fire on police. The silence of this Shorewood neighborhood shattered just before 3 a.m.
My wife and I woke up at around 2:30 in the morning. First, we thought it was fireworks, but then the rounds just kept happening.
Shorewood police taking gunfire as they arrived on scene. 1 officer shot while still in his squad.
At least 2 rounds struck the windshield, another round into the passenger side of the vehicle. Our officer took a round into the vest, and we were incredibly fortunate that the vest did its job.
That brought a flood of officers to the scene, finding a 34-year-old woman dead outside in a driveway and another person shot and wounded.
There was a SWAT vehicle, cops with long guns. We just didn't know.
Police said it was a targeted attack. They knew who they were looking for. And
oh, so that led up to this. Wow.
Glendale police soon spotted his vehicle.
This is Glendale.
And then the police killed him. So a few people got died then, huh?
Police in pursuit.
Or
Black
did,
Mercedes
or they got
shooting vehicle from
or did they get
Shorewood.
away?
Chasing it into Milwaukee's north side.
Shots fired. Reservoir and Finlayson. Reservoir and Finlayson.
That led to a shootout and crash with police there where the man was killed. The
Yeah, that's what I
incredibly
said.
close call for all
Wow.
officers on the heels of the fatal shooting of Milwaukee officer Kendall Corder just 1 week ago. It was admittedly tough for the Shorewood chief.
Yeah,
I
that just
want
happened.
to state how
That just happened. I made a video about that. I ended up was riding down the street and I ended up seeing like that, like not like that, but the person to do the did it, like they caught him. Had the street blocked off with the big tank thing and all that. Like I was like, wow.
incredibly challenging a situation like this is, given the circumstances that Milwaukee is facing. Excuse me. And the risks that are.
I'm talking about every other day they shooting at the police. Every other day. Every other day, seeing on the news about it. They shooting at the police, police getting shot or shot at.
Their job every single day.
And that's just shooting at the police. Not only people getting KILL'd and stuff like that too.
So much emotion there, Nick. Have police said if the man and the woman had a violent past?
Not in so many words, but police did say this morning that they were familiar with the man from previous calls. A neighbor telling me also that she believes police were there within just the last few weeks. The injured officer here in Shorewood was treated at the hospital and quickly released. He is said to be recovering at home tonight.
Still a lot of questions. Nick Bohr reporting live in Shorewood for us tonight. You can stay with 12 News as we continue to learn more details. We're going to
Definitely been another officer dead if he ain't have his vest on.
alert you first online. So be sure to download the free 12 News mobile app.
Dog, people is shooting at people shooting at people. Then the cops get called on them, and man, they shooting it out with the cops now like it ain't nothing. That's crazy. They nuts. They is shooting it out with the cops nowadays like it ain't like Wild Wild West, like it ain't nothing. Boy, two things. You either gonna die, or you get away, they gonna get you. You get away, they gonna get you. They gonna follow the cameras and stuff. They gonna get you. They gonna get you fast. They don't play no games. When it comes to stuff like that, they follow them cameras, man. They got access to the doorbell cameras. Like they don't have to go to people's house to get their doorbell camera. They have access to all the doorbell camera system. They could just go when they do an investigation. They could just look in the system and look at all. They can go on this block and look at all the doorbell cameras on that block where it happened at, without contacting anybody's house. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand. And now they got them on cameras on Teslas. Everybody got a doorbell camera, which the doorbell camera go to like a database, you know what I'm saying, in the cloud. The police got access to the cloud. Like they don't got to contact. They don't go to everybody. When stuff happen on people blocks, they don't go to knock on every door to say, I need your doorbell camera, I need your doorbell camera. They go knock on door and act. They probably ask about, do they got doorbell camera? So when they go look it up, but I'm pretty sure they don't, they just knock on people's door and see what people saw and stuff. Y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comments. We're gonna get to the next topic.